Hello, what's up guys, your boy DTRU is with you and welcome to another Lord of Nazarick video. And in today's video we're gonna explain about Treasury, which relics they give, for who characters you need them, and what's the tactics to defeat them. So please watch the video until the end and I hope you enjoy the video, and let's begin. So we're gonna start here at the Skeleton Dragon. Like you can see, the Skeleton Dragon, all ally characters bleed, burn and shock damage increased by 45%. Enemy characters attack decreases by 10% if inflicted with 2 of bleed, burn or shock. So basically this character, you need to use bleed, burn and shock characters to beat it. All of the treasury bosses have gimmicks. Gimmicks means a way to kill them. It's how we should beat them, a strategy, and each boss, each strategy is different and acquire a different characters. So for the skeleton dragon, when you press on optimal more right here, they will tell you which characters are strong against these specific boss and what you need to use on him. So basically shock and burn and bleed characters, the one we're shown right now, it was strong against the skeleton dragon. And as you can see, for each stage the mutation changes. Alright, so in 10, skeleton dragon efficiency in obtaining fel grows significantly increased. Alright, in 11 it changes. Its evil hurricane deals more damage to debuff targets. So all you need to do is read. You always have to read and to understand what they mean. On floor 11, Skeleton Dragon Evil Hurricane additionally inflicts buff block. So you can't. So when he uses his buff block, you can't use any buff from your character. He literally block all your buffs. And this is only in this stage. Like when you move to floor 3, they tell you use Knight to bear the massive damage from the Despairing Pierce. It's all his skills, what he does, what he does. And each stage has a gimmick and needs something else. This is why the specific is not 4 characters, like the only ones we can use. It's more because each stage requires something and these characters are the optimal characters for the stage. Each stage you have to change between them. But what is not changed, like what you don't change, like and the best against the skeletal is her and Toma. She's really strong with her AoE because like you can see it does 45% AoE damage and she really is so good in here. If you have her build up, it's very good in here, as well as Albedo, Cocytus and Demiurge. Alright, these 4 characters are really your strong DPS in here. Like all of them are strong. You can use any 2 of them because you're gonna use only 2. Alright, and you're gonna use the Platinum Dragon and you're gonna use a healer. Khajiit is the strongest here because of his debuff and his damage, like his X skills does damage. This magic damage equal to 84% of attack. Alright, hitting crits is separate 30 basic percent to inflict each of attack down, defense down and speed down. So he heals and he also does damage, and the AoE damage are magnified in here, so that's really good. You can also use any other healer, like you can use Pistonia, but him is the strongest in here because of his AoE X skill. Alright, this is Skeletal Dragon and he's dark, like you can see. Like in the near future the game is gonna start making a dark and light characters, which is gonna be better for these stages, but now we don't have, we only have Garnet, Sapphire and Emerald. So this is the dark. Now we go to the red, like a Garnet. It's the flame, the primal flame, fire elemental boss. So this boss is weak against chase and assist damage. Allies did 75% more damage in chase and assist. Basically the strongest here is of course Aura and Momon. Momon and Aura deal a lot of chase damage is needed. Also, limited banner Alibedo is really good in here because she uses assist. They don't put her at the optimal, but I was able to get to floor 14 using her instead of Hamster or him. So you need these two as a chase character, and each stage differs. Like in here, chase and assist can reduce the charge of Flame Fury is his skill. It's so needed in here. And in some floors like in 11 and in 17, use Knight to absorb the massive damage from Hammer of Flame. So he used a very big strong burst single attack, and he can literally kill a DPS or a healer if not a Knight is there. You need a Knight to be there because he primer a Knight. If there's a Knight, he will 100% hit the Knight and not hit another. Alright, so the best team in here is Knight Alibedo. If you have Knight Alibedo, like she's really a strong character, or her as well. She's also good because of her protect and aid, but I think Alibedo is better. I've been using Alibedo. And Momon and Aura, and you use a healer like Pistonia, or you can use Lupus, or you can use Arena. But Lupus is better than Pistonia because they are red, and Arena is actually green, so he deals more damage to her. So, and in here we have our Fen. It's the boss that allies did 30% more AoE damage, so this boss is weak against AoE damage. Allies action reduce Fen's turn meter by 10% when flanking shock. So in this specific stage is about this, but when the stages changes, there's also another motivation. Like you can see, Fen use skill Bone Chilling Cold, use Knight to protect allies. Alright, so when we get to here, if you have a shock, so what we use here, we use Platinum Dragon is the primary in here because he inflicts shock and he's a tank, is a really good tank in here. And you can use Mare and Alibedo as your AoE damage, and you can also use Entoma. She deals a lot of good amount of AoE damage. Also Evil Eye works, but the best team that I've come so far to clear this is Platinum Dragon, Mare, Alibedo, and Pistonia you can use, or you can use Renner as your healer. So we move along to the tree. The tree is like a defense down kind of boss. He gets a lot of defense, so of course what you need a defense down character. These are defense down characters right here. We got Tank Shalatier, Warrior Shalatier, and we got these other characters right here. All of them deal defense down because I haven't tried this boss yet. I haven't even tried once yet, so I'm not so sure about the teams, but from what I've seen and learned, is the best team in here is to use tank Shalatier and to use also Shalatier. Clementine is really good in here. When he's available, he's gonna be so strong in here, but before he comes, you can use Sebas as a sub until he comes. So I don't want to speak a lot about the tree since I don't have much of knowledge on him. So we're gonna move on to our last boss, which is the Dominion Authority. He's the light angel and he is the shield boss. Casting shield grants allies an extra shield equal to 40% of their HP, grants 5 stacks and 1 stack of damage boost upon counter or shield respectively up to 30 stacks. Use counter to interrupt the Holy Smite. So basically every time you shield your allies, they will get 40% more of their HP as a shield, and each time you shield or counter you will get a damage boost. You'll get 5 stacks until up to 30 stacks, so they will deal a lot of more damage, and they will get more shields because his AoE damage is really strong, but you're gonna be so shielded, so no problem. Like you can see, we finished floor 14, no problem, and we finished it using this team right here. I'm gonna show you guys. We won using this team right here, Tank Alibedo, Momon, also Brain and Platinum Dragon. So as far as I can see and I saw that she is the best in here, a Knight Alibedo, because she keeps shielding you, giving you a lot of shields and boosting your attack, as well as Knight as Platinum Dragon because he can use his plasma barrier and help you from her AoE sometimes, and also because he can take the single damage from the enemy because he sometimes uses a really strong the single damage and he can kill in it, but Platinum Dragon absorb it no problem. And our boy Brain here, of course, because of his counters, he deals a lot of damage and he uses a lot of counters, so he gets a lot of boosts. And you can use Renner as your healer, or you can use Pistonia. I've used Pistonia, no problem, she helped me in it. So either Renner or Pistonia. The key in here is, like we said, to keep shielding your team, boosting your team, and using the brain counter. You will be fully shielded and he cannot kill you. Sometimes he break the shields, it's okay, you put it again and you heal your characters if their HP was gone a little bit by Pistonia or Renner. So basically, this is the best team I've come so far using. It worked so well from floor 1 until 14. It works very good. In here, Brain is really unnecessary. Like you can see, use counter to interrupt the Holy Smite. Like you can see in here, the Holy Smite. In here. Use powerful magic to attack all enemies, launches a 5-hit attack, each hit dealing damage equal to 30% of attack. When hitting targets with shields, the Minium Authority receives 25% of damage blocked by the shield. Using Brain and using the counter will prevent him from using that, so it's really good. This is the team I defeated this boss with. So this was all for our Treasury bosses. This is all my personal information. This is how I come so far. This is my progress. This is how I defeated all the floors, and this is the tactics that I use. This is the teams that I use to finish these, and I wanted to share this information with you guys. I hope it helps you, and thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will appreciate it so much. Your boy DTRU was with you. Take care, guys. Peace.